Hey, wrestling fans, FM True followers, and members of the YWC. Brian Crazy here with FM brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com, back with my TNA Impact Wrestling review from December 15th, 2011. It was a great night on Impact. Let's jump right into it. The show opens off with a 5-minute overtime period, Robert Roode versus AJ Styles. This goes to a time limit draw. Sting comes out, restarts the match. Roode works over AJ Styles' leg and ends up picking up the win. He is still your world's heavyweight champion. Roode cuts a promo backstage post-match. Then we go into the wild card tag team tournament. Steiner and Abyss have been paired together. There's a lot of bad blood between these two. As you guys know, Abyss was kicked out of Immortal a few months back. Abyss got the better part of Steiner. Last week, he hit a huge black hole slam on Scott Steiner, but Steiner is under orders from Eric Bischoff to make this work. They go against the team of Robbie T and Hernandez. They do pick up the win. Steiner and Abyss are victorious as Steiner goes to leave the ring. Abyss points at him, has him comes in, raises his hand. Steiner's walking away with this look on his face, and Abyss is just smiling, pointing to his head. Has Abyss started to get into Steiner's head? Only time will tell. Kurt Angle's shown backstage. We cut to a commercial break, and then he's in the ring. He calls out Sting, and these men have words for one another. Zema Ion defeats Tony Nese in the first match out of a best out of 3 X Division series between these two competitors. He picks up the win via 450 splash. The Jarretts are shown backstage. Karen saying, "Oh, I should be the one that's sent home." Jeff saying, "I should be the one that's sent home." But when both of these guys talk to Sting, it's Jeff saying Karen should be sent home and Karen saying that Jeff should be sent home. So what they're saying to each other and what they say to Sting, and then what they say to Sting in the final segment are just all different things. It's funny. Sting ends up showing footage at the end of the night, but we'll get to that in a minute. Jesse Neal in his last match with TNA's Impact Wrestling is victorious. He defeats Gunnar by disqualification, but the victory came at a price. He was beaten down by Gunnar and Ric Flair, and this is the last we have seen of Jesse Neal. Sting and Karen are shown, and that was the segment I was talking about just a second ago. Then Hardy comes out and cuts a promo. Joe and Agnes are paired together. Kind of an interesting duo, but both men have feel like they've been held back. They're not in it for each other. They're in it for themselves. They defeat the team of Robbie E. and Douglas Williams. Kind of interesting to see Magnus and his British Invasion teammate Douglas Williams on the opposite side. Jarrett and Stinger, Jeff Jarrett, I should say, and Stinger shown backstage. Then we go into a segment in the ring. Devon calls out the Pope and says, "Hey, these are my kids. You need to back off." It looks like, these guys are going to brawl. Devon embraces his kids, Pope him from behind. Devon's kids sided with the Pope, put on the Pope shades, and walked out with him. Madison picks up the win over Tracy. Then Sting fires both the Jarretts. Not just one, he gets rid of them both. Karen and Jeff are out of there. Of course, they still work for TNA's Impact Wrestling, but per storyline, they are gone. Jeff Hardy picks up the win over Bully Ray. Post-match, Roode gets involved. Bully Ray gets involved, and Hardy gets put through a table. It was a great night on Impact. I want to know your thoughts. Please comment below. For the effing brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com, my name is Brian Crazy. Thanks for bearing with me. Just had my wisdom teeth removed. They sure are killing me, but I will talk to you guys later.